Hey Tim, it's Wednesday again, and we are into spring. How good is that?
Yeah, fantastic. It is feeling a little bit warmer even in one day. So I went for my walk this morning. It was good to see all of the flowers coming out. So nobody had to send them an email. It was good.
No, that's exactly right. Now there's a bit going on. JobKeeper, where are we up to with that? The extension of that?
Well, I'm not 100% across all of these, you might imagine. But what I do know is this: that it went through Parliament last night, and I did get today some information from the tax office, so making it all simple, about 30 odd pages worth of it.
Yep.
But in fact, I don't think it is 30 pages. It's something significantly less than that. But we will put all of that up on our website, with the link and the rest of it. And I'm sure that people out there will want to be able to take advantage of that if they can. So the research material is there for our members, and for that matter, their advisors to have a look at.
Yeah, cool. Now, auctions, important conversation around what agents need to expect at the auctions this coming weekend. Numbers are at 20.
Right. I was really hoping you wouldn't raise this issue today because it is so fluid right now, and I know that we're waiting on a response from Fair Trading and also from New South Wales Health. So it is far less than crystallised at this stage, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, but I think at this stage, what we do know is that you can only have 20 people at your auction. Now
that doesn't include the homeowner, and it doesn't include your team, right?
That's right. Right. So yeah, exactly. So so you can only have 20 there, but that's for outside. So we're dealing with the outside inside thing, and then we're dealing with inspecting property inside and outside. It is such a mess. It's a bit I
don't think you can have more than 20 people inside your home. It's different in an auction room, but inside your home.
No. Well, again, we can sit here and discuss this because it has to be 4 square metres or 1.5 metre. All of this sort of thing. It's a bit like when they said you can have X number of people to a funeral, and then you had to have less to your wedding.
We're here to clarify things, not to confuse them.
Well, I'm clarifying the fact that it's a bit of a mess. But we are on the case, and we will have something out there as soon as they come back to us. But as I said,
what we're waiting for clarification on, just to be clear, is how what health consider the outside area of the property, as in the nature strip, and what sits outside the property border. We do know that there's only 20 people allowed at the auction. We just don't know how how the nature strip is to be treated.
Yeah, and that is a really good question, and one of the great questions we're asking, because you can have 20 people on the property, then X number of people, we don't know the answer to that, on the nature strip, on the footpath, and this sort of stuff, participating in the auction. But
So I would say, as I've been advising all the people that have called me about this very issue today, if you've got properties that are selling and you've got 25, 35 contracts, as I know some of you do, then you are going to have to put a protocol in place that it's only registered bidders that can come into the auction, and you will need to explain. It's a great opportunity to speak to all of your bidders anyway and explain the situation. Some of them may be happy to bid online, so get yourselves organised, because that is what you're going to be faced with on Saturday, and Fair Trading will be out and about, and they will be starting to fine people this week. So as Tim said, as soon as we hear from health, we will come back to you.
It's probably another good opportunity to go and talk to the neighbours as well and say, hey, don't come to this one, but if you'd like one, we're happy to sell your place for you.
Exactly. Now, the border, the Victorian border, we've got a 50-kilometre bubble.
Yeah, so they've made the bubble bigger, so people can commute in and out, which is a great result. I think that might have been the Deputy Premier going down there and pointing out some of the problems. So yeah, look, it makes a lot more sense to be able to allow that. I'm thinking about Albury Wodonga, which in truth is just one city.
Yeah.
So
don't start.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You happen to have a river through it, and
I know.
there's people live on one side, work on the other, and vice versa, and kids go to school
It's
on one
like
side.
Budapest. That's two cities, but it's really just one.
Don't have the benefit of that, but I'm happy to go and have a look.
Now, moratorium on all of the guidelines and reforms. Where are we up to with that?
We are still pressing the Minister's office for an answer on that.
Yep.
I wrote to the Minister's office as late as today and said that Fair Trading had said that we're going to have this moratorium because they were going to undertake some education. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen any education at all out in the market delivered by Fair Trading. So the argument that I put to them is maybe we should have another 6 months.
Yeah.
So
I mean, in fairness to Fair Trading, they've been busy, but that should then relate to an extended moratorium for us because they've been too busy.
Absolutely, and I think I think you're right about Fair Trading, but our members have been a tad busy as well. So
totally, absolutely.
I think they're entitled to an opportunity to be able to do that before they start running around out there with the penalty book.
Yeah, totally. Now, the Supervision Guidelines Manual, Tuesday is the day that will be available, and it will be available online. So I don't want people to expect that they're going to get a big fat manual in their office, and we've done that for a very good reason, which is...
Yeah, so look, you don't... my recommendation is don't print it out, because as soon as you print it out, it starts to date. Now, if you leave it online, you'll be able to access all of the documents and everything. I'm particularly proud of this. We have had input from everybody and we've worked very hard on it. But the position we've taken on it, Leanne, as you rightly point out, is we're going to keep value adding to this document. There is a requirement, just one issue, there is a requirement by the licensee in charge to constantly look at this document and say, is it up to date with the legislation, with everything else? So to a large extent, we are going to do that for you by continuing to look at it and bringing it up to date on all occasions. So leave it online. You complete all the documents online, as paperless as you can get. But it will also be a portal, if you like, for us to be pushing conversation down the line as well. We've seized the opportunity to be able to, through the engagement of that, is to do all kinds of things that are stepping outside of that. So, for example, new technology that's coming through, we'll use that as a channel to push that down, and for chat forums and videos and these sorts of things. So it'll be a training portal as well.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Absolutely. You've done an incredible amount of work on it. So well done. I can't wait to see the finished product on Tuesday. We have a webinar on Friday, which is Trish Doyle. Yeah, and Trish is, I've only met Trish once, but she's a great lady, so I'm looking forward to seeing her again. But she is the shadow for women and domestic violence. So unfortunately, with the latter issue, that is really a problem in the world right now. I mean, right across the world, but I know in Australia, it's got its own fair share, and there's been a spike in incidences of that, driven by COVID, obviously, where people are being locked together for periods of time in stressful environments. So no doubt Tricia will be able to shed some light on that, and we're hoping that Trish could also express her views about what she would be doing, and, you know, when or if they come into government. Fantastic. I'll look forward to it. We've got a spring training special, 25% off the licensing, the licensee in charge, and the assistant agents CPD. So that's a really great opportunity for people to get stuck into their into the training that they have to do throughout the year anyway. Yeah, that's right. So if somebody is thinking about the industry, or thinking about increasing from a certificate through to license and the RPL and all the rest of it, now is a good time to come and take advantage of that special. So we put together, I believe, a very, very compelling offer there for people to be able to look at their requirements, their training, their education and training requirements going forward. So looking forward to seeing some folks exercising that right. Absolutely. Now, there's a lot of people that renewed their Class 2 license and then had to upgrade to a Class 1. they're still waiting for a refund, but they should be getting a refund, right?
Right. That was the second issue I was rather hoping you wouldn't ask me about, along with options. But yeah, we are trying to get a refund. We've been told that there is a refund available now. Last Friday, you would recall Matt Whitten, who was from Fair Trading. He got asked that question, I think, and Matt said that he would get back to us. So I'll follow Matt up prior to Friday and see if we can get some further answers on that.
Okay, sounds good. And just lastly, our awards, unfortunately, we can't do them face to face. We are going to do them online, but let me tell you, I've been privy to some of the behind the scenes conversations about what those awards are going to deliver, and it is going to be awesome. And Tim, you need to be a little bit frightened, just saying.
Yeah, when I first heard that it was that's what we were going to do, I went, oh, it's going to be a bit dull. But the team has just gotten so excited about it, so I can see that. I can see the enthusiasm coming down the line. So I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. It is my birthday. Thank you for reminding everybody. And anything else before I let you go?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think some of the COVID stuff, as we get closer to the end of the moratorium on evictions and this sort of stuff, will be something we will need to keep a very close eye on, just to see where that's headed.
Yeah.
So I know in some of the other states that is being extended, and, but we haven't heard anything on that yet. But I assure you that I have that very issue under the microscope constantly. Yeah,
I bet you do. All right. Well, you have an awesome rest of the afternoon, and I will be speaking to you again very soon.
You will.
Okay,
Thanks,
see you later. Bye.